Hey my fellas of YouTube. So this video, although I'm publishing it immediately after my last video, I'm actually recording this, a couple of months after from my last video. I mean, I had a couple of things on my plate to do after my last video. I mean, I was a little bit busy with school, and now that I have some consistently free time right now to do this, I'm doing this once again. And so fellas, welcome back to another episode of Nepali Life as We Know It. And today I'm going to talk to you about a topic that all of my friends were asking me about a while ago, and I thought, why not share this information with the rest of the world? And the thing is, I'm doing, as you guys know, this is one of my early ventures into YouTube, and so I have my points here in front of me on my computer, and I've written them to quite a bit of length, and if I appear to be talking from my screen and not directly to the camera, then understand that this is a topic that I really want to share a lot of information about, and I don't want to leave anything out. Almost anything. As I'll try and cover as much as I can on this topic. I'm really open to constructive criticism, and if you guys have anything to say, then put it in the comment section below. And I know that there are trolls and haters, like other YouTubers say that there are trolls and haters that write down mean comments, but I'm at an age and a mentality where negativity really doesn't get to me that much, I think, but we'll see. So if you have anything to write, put it in the comment section below. Like I said, once again, this is my third video. I think it's going to be a 3-part video, or maybe 2 parts depending on the length of the video, and I'm going to try and cover as much as I can about this topic. So it's tips and tricks for first-time international travelers, and I'm going to try and cover as much as I can. There's a story within this video, and I'm sure you're gonna like it, and just go ahead and continue watching. And so there are a lot of tips and suggestions before I start with the story, so I mean, bear with me guys. So now the questions that my friends asked, and as the title of the video suggests, remember my friends who asked me this were all originally from Nepal, and they were going abroad for graduate school for their masters and their PhDs. The questions they asked were, hey man, what do I need to get ready, and what do I need to have with me to travel internationally, since it's my first time traveling internationally by air? And so to answer this question to the best of my abilities, I recollected on my last transcontinental excursion. And now I'm not here to answer questions on how to get a visa or an acceptance letter from a company or a university that you want to go work for or study at, because that's a whole other saga of a topic, and it can garner an endless discussion. So I mean, I'm not here to discuss that, but so for people that are looking for information regarding that, this video unfortunately is not for you, but stick around, because what I'm about to say is most certainly going to be useful for you later on. And if you have questions regarding that as well, just put it in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer your queries, guys. So fellas, the last time that I was in a plane hopping across the nations was back in 2012, and it was a couple of years ago, I know, but these tips and tricks will be pertinent for many, many, many years to come. So the first thing I did was I got my PMT in order. So PMT. When I say PMT, that's the acronym for passport, money, and ticket. All right, guys? And in your passport, you're going to have the visa for the country that you're going to, all right? Your acceptance document for the university, or that you were accepted admission to, or the company that's hired you to work for them, or any other paperwork that your country of origin and country of destination may require, okay? Now regarding your money, obviously you're going to need some currency of the country that you're currently living in, which you'll obviously have, because it's most likely you'll have some small expenditures while you get to the airport. You might need to pay for a taxi. You might, you're going to have currency of the country that you're living in, okay? Besides that, you'll also need some currency that's easily exchanged in airports across the world. And guys, in most cases, it's going to be the US dollar, okay? Now, according, it's just the way it is, you know. Now, according to the authorities that govern international civil aviation and travel, you can legally have up to 10,000 US dollars of cash physically on you. That's 10,000 US dollars, all right, guys? And when I say physically on you, that goes also for your check-in suitcase, all right? So I'll talk about check-in suitcase and, you know, your hand carry luggage and your check-in luggage as well later on. But, you know, let's talk about the ticket next, all right? So last but not least comes your ticket. Now, many of you will most probably go to a travel agency to book and buy your flights, and if where you're from, that's the easiest way to do it, then by all means go ahead and do that, all right? There are also other ways, such as buying your tickets online, and I don't know how comfortable you are, like putting in your debit card or credit card information onto a website like kayak.com and expedia.com. They have systems to find out the cheapest tickets for you, and they do a good job of it, I think. So, I mean, if you have you know, if you have access to Expedia, and, you know, if you can have access to kayak.com, all these websites, you know, they'll usually get you a cheap ticket. And the general rule of thumb is, if you get your ticket farther away from your departure date, the cheaper it's going to be. And if you keep your dates flexible for up to give or take 3 or 4 days, you'll get a cheaper deal as well. All right, your departure date and arrival date. All right, and if you're traveling round trip or going one way, you know, the farther you take your ticket from the departure date, you know, the cheaper it usually is. All right, guys. So now moving on to my experience, fellas. I was traveling during the summertime, so I was traveling light. I just had a carry-on bag with me, and now on most flights you're allowed to have a bag with the sum of the length, width, and height not exceeding more than 115 centimeters. Okay, guys? So the sum of the length, the width, and the height. Okay? It can't be more than 115 centimeters. All right, guys? Most flights will allow you to have 2 carry-ons with a weight of 10 kilograms each. But some flights just allow you to have 1 carry-on, which is under 7 kilograms. Okay, and the next thing are your check-in suitcases, your check-in luggage. Okay, you can have 2 of these per person in all international airports. The irate thing about this matter, guys, is that while traveling to many countries around the world nowadays, you can carry up to 30 kilograms in each suitcase. All right, but if you're heading to the United States and traveling as a passenger in economy class, then you're only allowed to have 23 kilograms in each suitcase. All right. The general rule, I can safely say, is that you'll be allowed to have 25 kilograms in each suitcase. Sometimes the airports will ask you to put in a fee for, you know, going 2 kilograms above the limit if you're traveling to the United States. But, you know, I'm pretty sure you'll be safe with 25 kilograms, all right? And guys, sorry if I stutter and, you know, mumble a little bit when I talk. But, you know, bear with me. I'll try and get out better videos where I'm a lot more articulate. By the way, how much time do I have, though? I think I'm almost out of time, guys. So I'll include the rest of my story and information in the next video, so be sure to check out the next part of this video. I'll have it in the link in the description below, or it's probably going to come up in the suggested videos section of the page. All right, so I'll catch you on the next part.